sorted everything out. So this is Scarlet Hollow. We're gonna jump right into episode 2. I thought I'd do a pretty relaxed stream. Just kind of, I thought about either continuing on in Fatal Frame or Alien Isolation. And both of those sound like they'd be a whole lot of fun. Maybe a barrel of laughs even, but I opted for something a bit cozier, a bit more relaxing. So here we go. We're gonna dive right in. Where am I? January 4th. Sounds about right. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. You open your eyes, alone in Stella's guest bed. The sun has risen, the birds are singing, you are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the unfamiliar room to the window and the woods beyond, and you wonder if the monsters are lurking just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the comfort of your new friend's family home. You can't help but wonder there should be an at there. You can't help but wonder, sorry. That's my bad. You can't help but remember, if I could read this wouldn't be a problem. The sight of pale faces jeering at you as they carried Gretchen's poor little body into the underbrush. Oh yeah, they got Gretchen. I forgot about that. Last time I let them get Duke. But, silver lining, the police aren't suspicious of us. But the catch is that we had a dog die on our watch. A knock at the front door. Your morbid thoughts are interrupted by a distinctly unhappy voice filtering through the house and past the closed door of your bedroom. Where the hell is Ravenrook? Oh, hey, Tabby. There's a fresh pot of coffee on the table if you want to come in. No, I'm just here to check in on my cousin. Let's make this quick. I have a lot on my plate today. She goes right for the jugular. You're barely decent. It might be mildly scandalous if people saw you like this. Some people are trying to sleep in here. Saunter out half clothed. I feel like that should be a quote-unquote hot option. Finish getting dressed and calmly collect yourself. Quietly hide under your covers. Oh, such great options. Well, we're going to go with the composed route. You calmly collect yourself while Tabitha fumes outside your door. Are you sure you don't want to visit for a bit? You don't have to run around being the big boss this week for all weeks. You should just let yourself... I'm fine, thanks. Ravenrook, I know you're here. Where the hell are you hiding? Let her stew for a bit. Lie. Ravenrook isn't here right now. Walk out to greet them. Yeah. Now sufficiently prepared to greet other civilized humans, you open the door and join them in the living room. Morning. How'd you sleep? Grrr. What exactly did the two of you get up to last night? We, went to the woods to film a video. Never mind, I don't actually want to know. So sassy. What I do want to know is why on earth you decided to blow me off to spend the night with a stranger. Jealous? Maybe a hint of jealousy from Tabitha? Hey, don't be so hard on Ravenrook. I asked him to crash here. And last night was a lot, Tabby. There's something horrible out in those woods, and I don't think anyone in this room wanted Ravenrook walking up that mountain alone last night. Stella, would you mind giving me a moment alone with my cousin? And while you're at it, please stop calling me Tabby. We're not in high school anymore. Yeah, alright. Stella stays. Yeah, I don't know if I feel safe. Just me and you, mano a mano. Isn't this Stella's house? Sorry, Stella, but I should probably talk to Tabitha. Yeah, okay. Let's go for the diplomatic approach. Sorry, Stella, but I should probably talk to Tabitha in private. Yep, totally understandable. Just let me know when y'all are done. Thanks. You've been in town for less than a day and my stress is already through the roof. I mean, I get it. Stella got you all worked up and you were too scared to walk home. Sure, whatever. That checks out. But I don't care if those woods are chock full of ghouls and ghosties. You had me worried sick. Aw, you were concerned about little old me? Well, that changes things. I guess in your own cold and distant way, you're showing your concern? From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. And what time is bedtime? Okay, so this is going to be a tough one. None of the other choices matter. I'm only going for my unique options when they present themselves. But it's a choice between mystical and hot. The threads of fate will take me where they take me. You're just jealous of my game. Ew, no, I'm not going. No, I'm going for the mystical. The threads of fate will take me where they take me. Ugh, just text me, okay? I've spent more time than I have liked coming down here, and I have an incredibly busy day ahead of me. I expect to see you back at the estate tonight. You hear Stella's voice out from another room. Wait, Tabby, let me know if you're free sometime, okay? Tabitha sighs. What is that face? You're relentless. We'll see, but don't get your hopes up. Hey, no need to catch me up. I was listening in from the other room. Good to know that you have a habit of eavesdropping. Sorry I let you get ambushed. Tabby showing up like that blindsided me. I'm happy I stayed here. I shouldn't have stayed here. I don't regret anything, but you're right, that sucked. I couldn't care less what Tabitha thinks. I'd rather just pretend nothing happened, remain silent. Yeah, we've already kind of embarked on the romance route for this, so I'm happy I stayed here. Me too. Anyway, sorry for that rude awakening. I'd been up for a little while, but was hoping to let you get a little extra sleep. But you're up now, and we've got a full day ahead of us if we're going to get to the bottom of this. Explore/hot. You sure you don't just want to hang out here all day? Golly, I feel like, even though it's a unique option, definitely something I wouldn't do. I mean, her dog just died, so obviously I want to help her figure out what the heck happened. How are you so chipper? I want to ask the other miners about Wayne. Let's leave it up to her. All right, boss, what's the game plan? Don't call me boss. We're partners in this. But first things first, I was hoping to swing by the library. Kanika's got a head start on us. It looks like she's already there. What's up, Daddy? What's up, baby? Oh, that reminds me. Let me set up a group chat. What's your number? Smooth operator, Stella. You sneaky woman. You and Stella exchange numbers. Oh yeah, we do. A text message from Stella to you and Kanika. It reads, Group chat! Hopefully we can find out more about ditchlings from some of the other local books there. I've also got a copy of threads cooking on my cryptid forums, but... a couple of threads cooking on my cryptid forums, but who knows if that'll pan out. Anyway, daylight's burning, so let's roll out as soon as you finish getting dressed. No, there's no time for eating. The walk to town was short. Stella's house is barely a stone's throw from what remains of Scarlet Hollow's once bustling main street. You shudder as you stare down the thoroughfare, both from the chill in the morning air and the all-too-present memories of everything you witnessed last night. You see that building labeled Town Hall? That's actually the library. Well, it's also the town hall, but that's just a small upstairs office nowadays. I guess this town's not what it used to be. Oh, hey! Oh, it's Avery! Morning, Stella, and same to you, Ravenrook. Speak of the devil, we were just talking about you. Coming from Stella's, huh? Did y'all have a slumber party? Oh, what's with that wink? What are you insinuating, sir? Sorry, y'all, but I'm actually in a bit of a rush this morning. I really can't stop to chat. It'll take me a bit to set up, so if you want to catch up with folks or grab something at the diner, you can meet me at the library when you're done. Let's see. Gesture that you'll catch up with Avery and Sybil. Silently follow Stella. Yeah, we'll catch up with these folks here. Oh sure, see you in a bit, Stella. Cool, see you soon. Whoa, she always has time to chat. And I don't think I've ever seen her without Gretchen. A sore subject. Is she feeling okay? Oh, Stella and Ravenrook just got up to a bit of trouble last night, that's all. You can't just drop something like that and leave me hanging. What happened, Ravenrook? Tell Avery the whole truth, lie. Nothing really happened. I'm traumatized and not ready to talk about it yet. Geez, nosy much? Yeah, let's tell the whole truth. Stella and I went into the woods to try and find a skunk ape, but we ran into something way worse. Actual monsters. Sybil said that they're called ditchlings, but whatever they are, they took Gretchen and have been mutilating the local wildlife. Whoa, 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 slow down. Something took Gretchen? No wonder Stella ran off like that. I can corroborate, at least with regards to their encounter. I may not have been out there with them, but I've seen their footage, and they encountered something otherworldly in those woods. Well, whatever it was that happened out there, you're clearly a little shaken up. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend and try to calm your nerves. It's chaga and lemon balm. It's always helped me on the bad days. And if you need to talk about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyway, it's up to you. See you around, Ravenrook. See you, Sybil. I like that they leave it up to us. That's nice. That they extend the reach of comfort and then say, totally up to you to take it or leave it. That's nice. Very considerate. Take care now, Avery. I'd better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. Ah yeah, mystical. We both know this place is cursed. How are you so calm? Don't mistake my calm demeanor for complacency. We all have our parts to play in this. I trust that you and Stella have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe, Ravenrook, and God bless. Stella said you had some time to kill before she finished setting up. Let's swing by the general store. We haven't been there yet. Oh, hi, kid. This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. Explore. You should leave town. There are monsters in the woods. See ya. No, I'm gonna, it's just so ridiculous. I'm gonna try it. You should get out of town. There are monsters in the woods. I'm serious. Something bad is gonna happen, and you should get out of here as soon as possible. You've been talking to my mom too much. Okay, so that didn't work. What you doing on your phone? Playing a Dragon Ball game. It's not like it's cool or anything. I'm just killing time. Wow, okay. So if I wanted to buy some chips or something here, do I talk to you, or... You can just have some chips if you want. It's not a big deal. Wow. Wouldn't that be stealing? Hey, I don't think do I know that this kid is related to Kanika? I don't think I know that yet. Maybe I do. I'm paying for my chips. I insist. Oh, come on, I'm trying to be nice. Not gonna turn down free stuff? Yeah, why not? I'm not gonna turn down free stuff. You grab a bag of salt and vinegar chips from a nearby shelf. It'll sustain you in the coming days. Cool. Hi, I'm Ravenrook. I just got to town yesterday. I'm Miles. See ya, Miles. See ya. Miles' focus turns back to his phone as you leave the general store. Ooh, new achievement, sticky fingers. Yes. Okay. Swing by the diner. Yep. You head toward the diner. The diner is a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Explore it. Yep. Yep. Everyone listen. Listen to me, please. There are monsters in the hills, and they're apparently some kind of harbinger of destruction. If you value your lives, you'll leave this place as soon as you can. Someone had fun up in the woods with Stella last night, huh? Nobody seems to be taking you very seriously. Leave. No. Talk to Avery. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that sound a pen makes? Like a pig pen? Wait, pen like pig pen. Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill the time. But maybe I should switch to Sudoku. When he leaves, Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, thanks for telling me about last night. If you want to really get into the grisly details, you can tell me. I won't judge. Nope. I don't think I'm gonna flirt. Let's see what the choice is. I guess we could chat about last night, but I actually came here because I wanted to get to know you. We're gonna try our tea. You take a gentle sip of your tea. It's bitter and earthy, a flavor profile enjoyed only by the healthiest of beverages. Whoa, not a lot of folks take to chaga so quickly. It's a fungus that grows on birch trees around here. It's supposed to be super healthy, but it definitely makes for a challenging drink. Color me impressed. Tell Avery about last night. You spilled the beans. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I can't believe Gretchen is really gone. Seemed like that dog was gonna live forever. Right? 17 already? And eating probably an absurd amount of bacon? And monsters in the woods? I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. I can't say I like the thought of it. Let's see. Oh yeah, hell yeah, mystical. Whatever is coming for this place, I can feel it converging on me. I'll get to the bottom of things, I promise. Geez, that's rough. Good luck, Ravenrook. We're just gonna take that at face value, that I basically communicate, I believe, that I have some mystical purpose here, and am the one who can get to the bottom of things, and you're just gonna say, wow, sounds like a rough burden there, buddy. Good luck. Aw man, it looks like my shift is starting. I hope you're doing a bit better. Maybe that chaga's had a chance to start working its magic. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner's where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner, ready to continue your day. Alright, out of things to do but head to the library. You enter the former town hall. What once must have been a stately foyer has been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. Oh hey, you made it. Yep. You quietly shush Stella before heading over to her and Kanika's table. This is a library. Yeah, there are rules here, ma'am. Glad you found the place. Hey, Ravenrook, you look tired. Snitch on Miles? No. I know better than that. It was hard to fall asleep last night, all things considered. Wink, wink. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm pretty amped up, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Yeah. I'm still amped up on adrenaline, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Some creepy old guy with a real estate scheme and a bad costume is at least a little more believable than monsters and curses. That'd honestly be a relief at this point. Anyway, I guess we should get started. Hey there, strangers. And literal stranger. Yes. Uh-huh. We won't be strangers for long. I'm Ravenrook. Look, he's blushing. That's inappropriate, sir. Oh gosh, hi, I'm Oscar Gutierrez, Chief Librarian, and only librarian. Ravenrook's in town for the funeral. Oh, I should have known you were a Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Desi, can you stop licking me, please? Man? We don't have to lick. We can be a dog in other ways. Go find one. Bye-bye. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But that Scarlet resemblance, it's, strong. Not that that's a bad thing. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple of shelves of boring books donated by old people. Yeah, old people are the worst. Good one, Kanika. Y'all are too kind, but speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know, the crowd she hangs around with. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. Yeah, let's alarm the dad. I don't like the thought of teens getting up to mischief with all those ditchlings in the woods. Ditchlings? That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of them? They're a cryptid, and seeing one's supposed to mean a disaster's around the corner. Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go nab some more books. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in those woods. Yeah, mystical. If I were you, I would keep my loved ones close in the coming days. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Don't mind Ravenrook. He's been hanging out with Stella too much. Hey, I was like this before I met her. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Thanks, Kanika. And Ravenrook, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her? Anything for you, Oscar. Wink. Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him. Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. All right. Got our snacks, got our source documents. Let's get this research party started. This is going to be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. I'll be doing most of my research online. You never know what kind of weird biases the folks writing these books might have. Good point. Whatever you find online might be biased too, you know. Equally good point, which is why we cross-reference things. Yeah, you're right. It's good to cast a wide net. Guess the books are up to me and Ravenrook. Yep. Leave the books to us Neanderthals. Reading awaits. Is there an option? Reading? Yeah, reading is for suckers. Let Kanika and Stella do the work for you. That should come with the hot option there. Let's start with the coal mines. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exacerbated by a short stint serving as a captain in the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest two sons to that bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take charge of the mine. Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country, Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet estate that was, until 1889, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. Wow, impressive. Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. Jesus Christ! That's a recipe for a horror supernatural mystery. having a mine collapse, killing 160 people, including children. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's eldest son, Theodore, who had taken over for his aging father during the bustle of the war. His brother Enoch V. Scarlet managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. So this is how your family made its fortune. Good to know, good to know. Learning about my family. Alright, let's flip through Silas Scarlet, soldier, woodsman, leader. This sounds like a fluff piece about Silas Scarlet. Silas Everett Scarlet was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of the 12 siblings. Whoa, one of 12! Jesus! He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life where he joined the army, before he joined the army in 1836. So he joined at 18, or thereabouts. He quickly rose through the ranks in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. Okay. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin, built by Silas's own 2 hands, occupied by his family of 10, Silas, his wife, Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. So they just like to have a lot of children. Okay. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners, or they just didn't have good protective methods for contraception, whatever, and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. Alright, and last one, flip through Appalachian folk monsters. A few entries catch your eye. Oh, okay. Well, Wampus Cat, obviously. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus Cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted, just back in those days, that was pretty common. She hunted it down and, by wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of their region from its evil. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wild cat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt. How? And ouch? And transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness, and serve as a warning to anyone who dares go against tradition. Okay. Lesson learned. And let's see, Tommy Knockers. Tommy Knockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are the spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. That would track with 160 dead people inside of a now decommissioned mine. Talipo. There was a hunter who oh yeah, I've heard this story. I think most of us have. I like that they include the entire story, but it's interesting, like, I guess for a variety of sources it's interesting, but it's also like, why are 2 of these like factual and just like straightforward, this is the kind of sociocultural relevance of these cryptids, and then this one is just a story? Seems a little out of place, but I guess if we're thinking about it from a research perspective, you would want to have a variety of sources in various formats, with different rhetorical purposes or rhetorical situations. So okay, still feels a little out of place though. I like that Stella's left-handed, because I'm left-handed. Good on you, Stella. Alright, so we know what happens. I want my taily-po! Yeah. Alright, no one is sure what happened, or what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney standing alone in the woods. I wonder if there's such a landmark around this place. You close the book and put it back. I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Yeah, let's. Alright, if we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. Oh, great. What about y'all? Find anything? Hello, cat. Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut. Oh, hey, Pixel. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. Wow. Why would you have a cat that likes to rip up paper in a building full of books? Do you not love your library? Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treats. Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. Seems a bit cavalier, considering you're the head librarian. Not to mention the only one, but seems a bit cavalier of an attitude to take. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. I can relate. Yeah, my question exactly. Why do you let a paper shredder freely wander a library? Have you seen this little guy's face? How could I say no to that? Yeah, we're gonna leave Pixel be. The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep. Alright, I'd better go back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. Ooh. Yeah, let's check in. Have you had any luck with Rosalina? Not yet. I knew a teen would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. I'll probably head out once you're all done and check in on her usual haunts. Okay. What were you saying about nuclear incidents? Yeah, that seems big. You were talking about the Goldsboro thing, right? Yeah, apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up midair and dropped a couple of bombs. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the two bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing a detonation was a single electrical switch which failed to trigger on the descent. Holy cow! Well, isn't that lucky? And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. Right, its conventional explosive disintegrated in midair, but most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. I don't think disarming nuclear bombs is part of our skill set, so the nuke need the ditchlings. No, we're not going to posit a theory that we can't sufficiently back up. Oh god, we're screwed. Yeah, let's just be like gloom and doom. I don't think disarming nuclear bombs is part of our skill set. Absolutely not. Also, Goldsboro is about 400 miles from here. I think we're good. Ha ha ha, you dumb idiot. I'm just saying, you never know with radiation. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. Yes, Stella, yes. Please, continue. I've missed this. You've missed her crazy theories? Okay. I want to talk about what I found. So, about the coal mines here, Kanika visibly shudders. I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevice. I bet you do. What happened after the mine collapse? The book just kind of glosses over that. There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything, I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. A union-busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Color me shocked. Yeah, it's pretty awful. That's what that sculpture up front is for, commemorating all the men and children who died that day. Every kid in Scarlet Hollow learns about the collapse in 1918. Our teachers love to emphasize how many children they had working down there, probably to try and show us how good we have it or whatever. Low bar, if you ask me. Yeah, insanely low bar. You know, that could be what the ditchlings are warning us about, another collapse. Writing it down on the list of potential disasters. Hey, Stella, that's morbid, and besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market is way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with the kind of safety cutbacks he pulled. Y'all don't actually think the mine is about to collapse, right? No, I don't think so. Phew, had me worried there for a second. I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. You never know. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit when they hear your name. He got run out of town on a rail, you know. And that's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural of it over on the far wall. I need to see that mural. He got off easy, if you ask me. Yeah. That's about as sure as of a statement I'm willing to kind of send out to the universe, or as sure of spaghetti I'm about to throw at the wall. I'm not sure I agree with the collapse angle, but the mines seem important. The whole town is built around them. Yeah, that's fair. They're bound to be relevant in some way. Hard to argue against that, but that doesn't really give us much to go on. Okay, Kanika, why don't you come up with ideas then? And just because something seems obvious, it doesn't necessarily mean it's right or relevant. Wow. Well, I guess I just won't talk about my other books. So, Silas Scarlet. Wow, talk about a self-made man. Seems like a great dude. No, stop it. I have got an itchy right-clicking finger. I don't think he's relevant to what's happening now. Seems like a terrible person. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with a gloom and doom. This town is stuck in the past and built on atrocities. It's already practically collapsing onto itself. No offense, but maybe that's why the ditchlings are here? None taken. Why would the ditchlings be here now, though? Scarlet Hollow's been like this for as long as I can remember. So Appalachian folk monsters. Do you think Wayne is a Tommyknocker? Well, they usually live in mines and hammer at things. They aren't really known to stray, I don't think. Do you think the ditchlings are Tommyknockers? What with the whole warning thing? Good thought, but Tommyknockers live in mines. That's like their whole thing. I'm gonna write it down, though. Oh, thanks, Stella. At least you're pretending to be supportive of my ideas. Tommyknockers are literally just the sounds that happen when a bunch of rocks and wood are about to collapse. Are they? Or are they the sound of mysterious creatures pounding on the rocks and support beams with hammers to cause a collapse? There's simply no way to know. Yeah, sure. It's not like we couldn't set up a recording device or something. My mom used to tell me that telepost story back when I was little. I can't believe I forgot that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out of my stomach if I did. I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods that, oh, see, there is a landmark that I used to think was the chimney from Talipo. That one, the one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. Now, I know that's just because chimneys don't burn down and wooden houses do. That makes sense. That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Talipo. I've camped out there a couple times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. The thing I don't like about this, as I'm playing through this a second time, in this playthrough, Stella's dog died. And like, I get it because it's like, you know, branching paths, and there are certain parts that just have to be somewhat identical no matter what the playthrough is. So you're always going to go through this library scene. But like, Stella would not be this chipper having just seen her dog die last night. I just can't believe it. You know, it was one thing when Duke died, but to have her precious dog that she's had for 17 years, and I had to pull the trigger on the shotgun to kill it, because those ditchlings were just going to use it to whatever they do with the animals that they capture, and I guess put their spawn to incubate. We literally shot that thing dead to prevent that from happening to her, and she's just as chipper as last playthrough. So that's kind of breaking the my willing suspension of disbelief at this point. I understand there's really not a workaround for that in a visual novel with, again, kind of branching realities. Just saying, that is probably one of the inherent flaws of the visual novel genre, in my opinion, and it's becoming apparent in this scene, given what happened previously in this playthrough. Wampus cats sound like they could be mountain lions. Voiced like a woman crying out, somewhere between person-sized and cat-sized. Definitely, they are 100% mountain lions. I don't know, Kanika. They're supposed to be extinct in this area. You know there are no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. But the myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or someone getting confused about a perfectly normal animal, sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank, then folks saw bears walking around on their hind legs and got freaked out, and now here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of a Bigfoot. If you manage that, I will print out a piece of paper that says Bigfoot isn't real and literally eat it, I promise. I'm holding you to it. Let's move on. Alright, yeah, maybe it's just a cult. You never know. You lean in and quietly whisper to Stella and Kanika, do you guys think that there's, like, a cult here? Maybe the ditchlings were actually nudists doing some sort of weird ritual. Har har, very funny. You were there with me last night, Ravenrook. You know as well as I do that whatever we saw, it wasn't human. Yeah, I'm curious about Wayne. We still don't, like, they haven't, the developers haven't released a new episode yet, but I'm really curious to see how Wayne factors in. Do you think Wayne factors into any of this? That creep who keeps coming around my mom's tea room? He snuck up on us last night and called out Ravenrook by name. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with him. Maybe he's sick. Maybe that has something to do with what you saw in the woods. I don't know. I'd buy it. Oh, let's save. Because... Last time, I said we should head to the mines. Let's see if we can actually go somewhere else, or if it's just the illusion of choice. I think we should head back to the woods. We know those creatures are there. Anything else right now is just speculation. The two of you barely made it out of the woods alive last night, and I hate to bring it up, but Gretchen's gone. I'm so sorry, Stella. It's alright. I get it. I'm not super keen on going back there just yet. I'd much rather we at least try to get more information on what we're dealing with before we blindly throw ourselves into danger. The ditchlings are either exactly what Kanika's mom told us they were, in which case they're not what we should be going after, or they're a potentially dangerous cryptid we know next to nothing about. Yeah, those are our only two options here, Stella. You're right. We're fools for trying to find a rational explanation. We might as well try and learn a bit more before we go back to the woods. There's an awful lot of mine-related stuff in my notes. Maybe that should be our next stop. Okay, so it was the illusion of choice. Cool. We can poke around, find out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you're suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right? Yeah, totally, 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good, let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Neeks, we're just gonna question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. One of my favorite expressions. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Excellent. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I am not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. Okay, good. And hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it. Okay. Either hot or mystical. No other choice matters. I get it. I'm the hot one and you're the planners. We all have our roles to play here. No, I'm going mystical. More interesting. I suppose it's no use resisting the threads of fate. We were always going to wind up in the mines. Well, that's kind of ominous. I'm a little worried about Tabitha. She's not exactly going to be thrilled to see us snooping around the mines. We could be sneaky. I'll make sure to be a good lookout. She'll never even know we were there. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I miss this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Though there is something missing. Reese. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope, I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad, the poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Ravenrook. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's roll out. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted. Nice. Whew. What a productive library venture. Oh, that's a nice house. Much less dilapidated than the Scarlet estate, for sure, for sure. Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Seems a bit hyperbolic. It probably has an end. Probably is finite. Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies, too. Shh, not so loud. He's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. We're going to a mine. That seems strenuous. Even if we're just walking around the mine site and not actually going in the mines. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now. Anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us had gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Ravenrook would get along super well too. Hi, I'm Ravenrook, Vivian's kid. Stella, if Reese is sick, we shouldn't be dragging him along on adventures. Let's introduce ourselves first, be polite. Oh, hi, Desi. Oh. Is your little tummy feeling better? Careful. Hi. Oh, what do you want? Uh-oh. You trying to fight? You trying to fight? There you go. Settle. Settle. What? What is up, baby? Hi, I'm Ravenrook, Vivian's kid. I know who you are. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all. Reese's mom turns back to the house, sighing. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. He just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you, too. She sighs again, as if deciding whether to finish her thought. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper, and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Ravenrook. You suppose? It seems a bit inhospitable for someone who's visiting on very unfortunate circumstances. That would be great. I can bring a side dish, maybe deviled eggs? Ooh. Yes, please. Does he still eat those? No. Eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's... If he can't handle certain foods, soda's probably not the best either, Stella. Use your brain. Okay, yes, fine, you can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Okay, that'll be fine. Oh, and leave the dog at home. Ooh, sore subject. Okay, no dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place could be heard from within. That's not weird at all. God, that woman makes me so nervous. Are you okay, Stella? I'm fine. I remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Could be. Is she a pediatrician? Is that her job? I'm guessing. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry, I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool, I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Ravenrook. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. Either way works for me. Well, last time I rode with Kanika, so I'm gonna walk with Stella. Into the woods again. Okay. Just gonna take a quick sip. You know, Desi, there are other ways to be a dog than just licking me. You want to think of some other ways to be a dog right now? Or are you just gonna keep licking my chest? That's fine. You do you. I'll walk with Stella. We'll meet you there. The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, though you can't help but get the feeling that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Hey, thanks for coming along with me. Should we talk about last night? Hard to imagine you and Kanika doing videos together. She's such a skeptic. Well, it's probably a really interesting dynamic, to say the least, that you have someone who believes almost any conspiracy matched with someone who is just an absolute skeptic. Nice to get to spend some time out here with you. Do you think the ditchlings might be, like, aliens? Like, ancient aliens? Yeah, we should talk about last night. Should we talk about last night, though? Like, actually talk about it? I'm good. I appreciate the offer, but I'd really rather not get into it. Yeah. It's nice to spend more time out here with you. Yesterday was fun, minus all the bad parts. Yeah, if we just forget all the bad parts. Yesterday was really fun. Oh, that's really nice. Not very talkative, are you? Can't imagine why. Yeah. Is it just me, or does this conversation feel kind of stilted? Are you okay? Ah, sorry, I guess I'm just a little on edge from being back in the woods, or maybe the exhaustion from last night is finally catching up to me. The conversation comes to a dramatic halt, both of you whirling around to face the source of the sound. Oh, it's a cardinal! Phew, just a bird. Guess we're both a little on edge, huh? Let's hurry to the mine, it shouldn't be much farther. Oh, there's Kanika, with her van. Kanika casually leans against her van as you and Stella emerge from the woods. Hey. Y'all have a good walk? It was alright. Thanks. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we just go talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in these mines. Tabitha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down here. If Stella's on lookout duty, and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about? I've got this. I'm not interested in sneaking around. I'm going to find my cousin. No, talking to people scares me. But actually, yeah, talking to people scares me too. I'll just do it. Bite the bullet. I've got this. You'll do great. Thanks, Kanika. So, the plan, you know, those cheesy old rom-coms where somebody wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance set up in the back of your van? That I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. Oh, okay, yeah. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Oh, thanks. I do my best. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Yeah. Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance of the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey, can you hear us? Try saying something. Always. Always. Something. Stella and Kanika chuckle on the other end of the line. Alright, cool. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. So why give me the choice? Enter. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. Alright, let's do a quick save. We've got some dialogue options, if I remember correctly, with these miners. Okay. And we can try this again. Just go right for the Wayne bit. He accosted me last night. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, well, I guess he's still around. But accosting people at night? That doesn't sound like him at all. Press them. Probably gonna get the same result. What do you think happened to him? What are you, some sort of cop? So that didn't go well, just impersonating an officer, so, just tell me what happened. Fuck off. Wow! Really? Hey, Zax, come on, man. No, I've been here decades longer than you, and I know bait when I see it. Let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. Sorry. So you get pretty much the same result. Okay. The miners pack up their things and leave. Maybe it was just me, but they seem to think Wayne was dead, right? It wasn't just you. Don't worry about the miners storming off like that. That's some pretty good info. Thanks, Kanika. Let's approach another group. Alright, before you can reach the miners, you're struck by an intense feeling. You recognize the hollow terror as the same thing you felt last night when you set eyes on that awful man in the miner's jacket. You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous. Okay, what if we try attacking him? But, I always gotta go with the unique option. What are you? Flesh and blood, much like yourself. You don't have to be afraid of me. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, Ravenrook, are you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Luke, you've turned off your targeting computer. Is everything okay? Wayne got the jump on me. What?
Self-voicing.
No.
Self-voicing disabled.
What the fuck was that? Oh, I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? Mystical? Whatever he is, I don't think he's human. I hate to say it, but between the way those miners talked about him and how the call went to static, what if he's a ghost? Like, actually a ghost? You hate to say it, Stella? I don't think anything would make you happier than Wayne being a ghost. Also, ghosts aren't real. Hey now, just because I want ghosts to be real doesn't mean I want this ghost harassing Ravenrook. Seems like he might. He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week. I wonder why. Yep. That I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. Yep. Wayne trying to make me leave just means that we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Whoa, so brave. Heck yeah, Ravenrook, we've got your back. Yeah, approach another group. Hey there, can we help you with something? Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne, do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? That seems like a bit too obvious to call one of your characters Sam Wayne. But okay. As in, like, you know, son of Sam, Sam Wayne, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, seems a bit too obvious, but we'll go with it. What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? He's been following me. Oh, thank God, everyone thought he was dead. Now hold on. Creepy doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? The name on his jacket, just like yours? No. We've got corroboration. That's what the folks at the general store have been calling him, Kanika and Sybil. Good people, but I don't expect they'd know every mining fella in town by sight, if you catch my drift. Smith, you're losing me. I'm just saying, it'd be awfully strange for Wayne to still be in town, wandering around, following some stranger and not checking in with any of his buddies. Sounds to me like somebody who got sick of work and is having a little fun playing hooky. The following, though, okay, yeah, that does sound a little unlike him. I thought his lady friend had him under lock and key. Just smells fishy to me. Until I see him face to face, I'm not convinced whoever is calling himself Sam Wayne ain't the very reason we haven't seen hide nor hair of the man. No, there's no way. He's not. He can't be. I'm not ruling it out. If you want my theory, that girlfriend of his, he wasn't the first to catch her eye. Any one of her jilted ex-lovers could have seen them sneaking around and gotten a little hot under the collar, if you catch my meaning. Why do you use, like, a whole bunch of colloquialisms? You're just, like, full of them, dude. Dang, who are they talking about? The miners are silent for a moment, glancing between each other nervously as they imagine the possibility. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Who was Wayne seeing? Yeah, I want to see this through. Whoa, now, if you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp's nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be next on the chopping block. Let's press him. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs, and in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. I think if we can get Isaacs alone, we could get more info out of him. Should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a heads up if Tabitha comes out. I'm gonna try and talk to one last group. Good luck. Going around asking questions, huh? You don't look like you're from the inspector's office. What can you tell me about Sam Wayne? Oh ho ho, he got himself into trouble, didn't he? Why, you seen him around? What's that young buck up to? I think he's been doing a slasher movie, but in real life. Yeah, maybe. What do we want to go with? That's possible, but again, I cannot substantiate that. Oh, yeah, let's poke that bear. I've heard from some of the other folks in camp that he had a nasty spat with an ex and disappeared not long after. You mean the boss? Far as I know, that never ended. Stella audibly gasps. Yeah, I figured he just ran off to live in that big mansion with his belle. The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. That's my cousin you're talking about. Oh my god, gross. As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slight bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. But I suppose this begs the question. Did she run him off, or did some jealous son of a bitch oust him? Wait, you talking about Tabitha? Yep. Dang, I figured that's what they were getting at, but it's weird to hear it out loud. You good, Stella? Yeah, I just had no idea. You notice anything strange around here lately? All kinds of weird stuff happens in these hills. What sort of weird do you mean? Oof. Have you heard any knocking in the mines? You asking us if we heard the Tommy knockers? Of course we have. We're old timers. All us who was here before the machine got brought in know the Tommy knockers. What a nuisance, always stealing my hammers. It's true, had a pickaxe stolen too. When you heard knocking coming from one of the old tunnels, it was enough to make a man pray. Looks like I figured out what to do for my next video. You better not be thinking of going into those old mine shafts alone. I could always use a partner in crime. I'm going to wind up going down there with you, aren't I? I believe you have free will, Kanika, so really that's up to you. Noises from the woods. Any noises from the woods? All the time. Howling, screaming, all sort of fiendish caterwauling. Probably just screech owls and bobcats, you old coot. Might be, might not be, but I heard something the other night that sent the fear of God shivering down my spine, I tell ya. It was probably a ditchling, a portent of doom. What now? Ditchlings. My grandma used to tell me stories about them. Claims she saw one once, and that's why she always had such bad luck. Guess it's not just my mom. People getting sick? I mean, some of the older miners, sure, but I wouldn't call that unusual. Yeah, might as well go for all of them. Any weird animal sightings? Saw a raccoon with a big old tumor last week. Spooked me something awful. That's nature for you, not always pretty. Leave this place. A darkness looms heavy in the air. Can't you feel it? I'm too old to be going anywhere else. Scarlet Hollow's where I live, and it'll be where I die, whether that's sooner or later. You know, maybe I'll cash in a few sick days, head up to see my cousin in Asheville, just in case. That's all on that front. Sure. No, I'm not gonna ask about my cousin. That's all, thanks for the help. My pleasure. If that Wayne keeps bothering you, just let us know and we'll whip him into shape. Ravenrook, I think we've got a problem. Oh, hey, Tabitha. What the hell are you doing here? Aw, crap, good luck. Sorry, Ravenrook. And that's our cue. Pardon us? You shouldn't be here. This place is dangerous. Why can't you just stay in the estate and stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? And what is that ridiculous thing in your ears? Are you trying to record my employees? Are you trying to record me? Tabitha snatches the earbuds out of your ears and throws them to the ground. Typical phone-addicted city dweller. Ugh. Wow, what is your problem with city dwellers? Gah. And I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I can't even drive you back. Okay, look, I don't want you wandering anywhere else. Just stay here for an hour. I can take you back to the estate as soon as my meeting wraps up. Can you please do that for me? Do I really just want to ask her point blank? I just wanted to spend some time with my favorite cousin. What a load of crap. Let's see. No, I feel like I'll just piss her off if I go right for it. Maybe I'll just apologize? Yeah. I'm sorry, Tabitha. What does that even mean? What good is sorry if you keep doing everything in your power to stress me out? Sorry I disappeared last night, Tabitha. I wouldn't dream of doing anything else to violate your boundaries. What are you going to do next? Actually kill someone in town? Whoa. You don't know that. I need to get to my meeting. Just stay here until I come get you and don't move a muscle. I'll collect you in an hour. Tabitha rushes off to her meeting. You stoop to the ground and pick up Kanika's earbuds. Sorry, I wasn't able to give you a better warning. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Oh, is that, young lady in the distance Rosalina? You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snack pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here? Clearly she's doing a delinquency. She's probably fine. Kids will be kids, am I right? I'm going after her. Good idea. We'll try and catch up with you. You rush over the hill and get your bearings, the sound of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point toward a nearby mine. Ugh. Mystical. Something about the mine feels wrong, as though a cold anger lies burning inside, sucking the life from the surrounding hills. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. Over 160, to be a little bit more precise. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Ooh, mystical, yes. Hey, remember all those bad feelings I got last night? This place feels straight up cursed. I mean, like Kanika said, a lot of people died down there. There's a lot of spooky history to this place. For all we know, maybe all that death left some kind of mark down there. Okay, just because a bunch of people died in there, it doesn't mean it's cursed. Come on, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if it means I have to go underground. Wow, she's pretty selfless. She definitely has some sort of fear of, like, going underground or, like, claustrophobia, but she's willing to go in there because a young lady is potentially imperiling herself. Whoa, you sure, Neeks? Ravenrook and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I hate the thought of other people getting trapped down there even more. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. Of course we should. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into Shaw Mine. Just hang up on her. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things keep happening to me? Whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. I called you as a courtesy, but I'm not going to wait around for you. Oh, I will happily wait. I do not want to go in there. Yeah, I called you as a courtesy. We've got to go in there. I swear to God. I'm sorry, but my mind's made up. You hang up the call. Follow Kanika and Stella into the mine. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. Uh-oh. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent into painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Hey, you made it. I told you he would. For a second there, Kanika thought you were making a beeline for Tabby. Actually, I kind of did. I called her before coming in. Are you kidding me? I don't know how long it's going to take for this to get through to you, Ravenrook, but that woman is not to be trusted. She's my cousin. She's family. And, you know, I just met her and all, but she's family. Well, what matters is that the gang's all here. We'll find Rosalina in no time. Press on. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners, or should I say the minor miners. Beautiful, beautiful wordplay. Just wonderful. Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead child laborers while walking on their graves. You're not wrong. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage, part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Stella pauses as sound rushes overhead. Oh my god, what was that? The mine's going to collapse and we're all going to die here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for instance. Oh, cute little bats. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. Oh my god, there are bats down here? I'm gonna get rabies, aren't I? I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mine collapse. You holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Okay, what was that? That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? That was a warning. That was a warning. We'd best move swiftly before we anger the spirits in this place. I'm really liking that I chose the mystical trait for this playthrough. There are some really interesting options. Whoa, you don't think it's Tommyknockers, do you? Okay, no. Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommyknockers. It came from this way. Follow me. Okay, follow Stella. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. And it's just a bunch of teenagers. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing here? What the hell are you doing in here? You creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. Mystical. This is a dark, cursed place. Get out of here before it leaves its mark on you. Hot. Tell your hot, creepy friend to leave us alone, General Store Lady. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Why the hell would you think hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Because no one usually comes in here, duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. Aw, teenagers. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Don't you kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break, and we're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? The teens avoid eye contact. Miles tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be minding the store. It's not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays, and Mom's there, so it's fine. I'm gonna pause for a quick second. So, one thing I like about this game, like the writing is just exceptional for this game. There are obviously the typographical errors, but, you know, kind of just going over it again with fresh eyes will eventually get rid of those typographical errors. I assume that, or I hope that the editors are doing that to some capacity, but other than that, I mean, it's just phenomenal writing. I recently did a playthrough of Oxenfree, and I think the last time I played that was like in 2016 or something, and one thing I noticed playing it again, kind of with more of an adult perspective, I was like, man, this is like just a stereotype of what teenagers / early 20-somethings are like. And it was interesting to like compare that to this, where I'm like, these actually seem like believable teenagers. Like, there's obviously that stereotypical sass, but there seems to be more depth here in how the teenagers are presented and characterized, as opposed to just Oxenfree being like, kind of like Life is Strange was. That was a very similar vibe where it's just like, okay, these are just stereotypical snotty teenagers who are like pretentious and precocious or whatever, but we actually have like real depth here, which I like a lot. It's not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays, and Mom's there, so it's fine. I start uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see this? Stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine? Whoa, tear him a new one. Dad's dead, Kanika. But if he were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us? Oh no, that's not my place to step in there. Let's see. If these kids want to make bad decisions, that's on them. Okay. I feel like as adults who walk in on this dangerous situation that minors have found themselves in, we kind of have an ethical responsibility to make sure they get somewhere safer. If this is what y'all do for fun around here, maybe the ditchlings were kind of inevitable. I'd love to help y'all sort this out, but can we maybe do it not in an abandoned coal mine? Good point. Oh, and what are you, an expert on mine safety? They only abandoned this place because there wasn't enough coal left to bother digging anymore. My dad told me, and he's an actual foreman at the continuous mining facility, so he knows what he's talking about. Wait, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month, and he says this place is totally safe and we can hang out here anytime we want. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best that she's here. Do none of you understand what a boarded-up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Oh, come on. This place is way sturdy. Check it out. You fucking idiot. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart, too. Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. Whoa. Was she, like, somewhat nice to us? I don't know how to take that. Okay, Tabby. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous stuff all the time, and I still do dangerous stuff now. I mean, I don't like this particular situation, what with the whole ditchling thing, but outside of that, who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it's entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not a clear enough message for you? I love how sassy she is. Hell yeah. Tabitha, tear the sad 20-something to shreds. Wow, these kids are savage. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad, so what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell him about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're gonna do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I mean, it kind of is. Like, if you have the means to provide a roof over your child's head, you probably should go with the one that's an acceptable option, not a library just because you think the acceptable option may or may not be haunted. I would have at least tried pursuing avenues to remedy that if I truly believed the place was haunted, instead of just saying, this is our solution. But whatever. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. That could be it. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that like bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Becca, he says it's haunted. I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it, like I'm still a little kid. You're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. That's a fucked up thing to say. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyway. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? You're right. Oscar should treat you more like an adult. Why don't you prove it to him by drinking wine coolers? This is the important question, I think. How do you know there isn't a ghost? Why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There is no ghost. There are no such thing as ghosts. Oscar's just lying. Yo, what if we break in and ghostbust the place anyways, just to be sure? Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghostbust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real, and if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghostbusts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Uh-oh. Kanika's interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella, didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy knockers, for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. Stella. I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. You can come along too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please, listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Wait a second. Where do 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. What a dick. They must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I'm literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with that little mess, but no. There just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine. Becca's head pops out from the tunnel entrance. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Yeah, I would trust Becca. Of course. She seems like a credible authority on mine safety. Whatever, come on. You two, I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah, do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Ravenrook, I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure, I could never fit in that tunnel anyway. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. What a, like, space cadet thing to say. I like it. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. I'm surprised you have any service at all. Actually, I don't believe that you would. Suspension of disbelief shattered here as well. I will happily escort these two knuckleheads out. No, you are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Aw, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. There's no point getting rid of you, is there? Fine. I won't waste my time arguing. Oh, wow. What a dick thing to do. We could just all leave. Do I have to come with you? Stella, don't push. Let's see. Oh yeah, mystical. We have to go with the unique option. There's no way around it. I can feel the depths call out to us, and we are destined to answer their call. Noted. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Kanika, Miles, and Zane head toward the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Alright, Desi? You gonna be a good girl? Finally? Would you drink some water? Your face is all wet. Alright, venture deeper into the mine. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Becca? Why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? Get comfy. Oh, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Hey, I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of a YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations. Alright, do we go with the Tabitha thing? I wish they were gossiping about me. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. Yeah, I know. They're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? She's, like, going crazy over here. Jeez, Desi. Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina, it's just mind sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it. Shut up, there's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Those poor kids. We knew them well. Yeah. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. Ugh. Oh, my glasses are starting to pinch against my temple. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the youths, their panicked arguing echoing down the pitch-black corridors. That was a lot of very different consonants all at once. The pit radiates rage, a white-hot anger. It calls to you, desperate to be witnessed, pulling you forward. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below. It shouldn't be hard to find them once we get down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls to the ladder and disappears over its edge. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins the climb down. Yep, you walk to the ladder and climb down. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry, I don't want to be down here anymore. I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up. No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. Becca? Yep, they're close all right. Good thing they're so damn loud. It sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. And this is a moment where the writing, particularly shines. Yeah. This was a great development in this episode. You find yourself stepping forward, the black chamber before you, compelled by some unnatural force. Hey, are you alright, Ravenrook? What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. What the hell? You said we wouldn't use this shipment. You know it's compromised. We couldn't afford to wait on new wood, Charles. We had to go ahead with it. So that's... the man he's talking to is Charles Shaw. So that must be the Scarlet? It's still sturdy enough. It'll get the job done. Ravenrook, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions your surrounding coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go. Okay, I will. Alexis, I don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Or you don't have to go with her. Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you. You can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? Both of us were shown the dark truth of this place, the sins that were committed, the deaths that followed. There's got to be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. Those places are death traps. We probably just hallucinated. Are you literally gaslighting me? Funny. Are you literally gaslighting me? I said I saw it too. Stop being weird. We're leaving. Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left. She's out of breath and it looks like she's been crying. I'm so sorry I snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick! Up that ladder, both of you. Wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Do you have a death wish, little girl? No, but I don't want them to die either. Please. Alright. Okay, let's do this. Ravenrook, don't do this to me. They're kids, Tabitha. I'm not gonna leave them down here. Are you serious? Thank you. They're back this way. Hurry. Rosalina runs back the way she came. Oh man. I can't remember what I did last time. Run after her. The mines shake with each new thunderous blow as bits of rock and dust fall off the ceiling and scatter on the floor around you. Rosalina leads the way, and Tabitha isn't far behind you. I thought you knew the way out. I thought you'd been down here a million times already. I was making it up, okay? I swear to God, Ravenrook, if we get stuck down here... Can you guys see these things? You'll what, kill me? Then you'd be stuck down here and alone. I'm glad you decided to come along. I'm surprised you didn't run off. Yeah. I'm glad you decided to come along. You won't regret it. We'll see about that. We're coming. Just stay where you are. Rosalina, you came back. I don't want to die down here. Then move. Yeah, seriously. Oh, look who wants to leave the mine now. Yeah, we don't have time to argue or to try to persuade. We're just going to grab them and start running. Reach forward and forcibly grab Becca and Alexis, silently pulling them behind you. You quickly push your way back the way you came, pieces of fallen rock littering the path around you. All of you start climbing. Now. Once the last teen is up, Tabitha grabs onto the ladder and starts climbing. Climb out of the pit. You follow suit and start climbing. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who spent her entire life working in and around coal mines. Why couldn't you have just listened to someone other than yourself, Becca? I'm sorry, okay? God. Continue toward the entrance. You push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. To your horror, you can see cracks forming on the walls of the tunnel. Come on, we've got to go faster. We're almost there, and I can see the entrance. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Oh my God, I don't think that happened last time. And then the knocking fades, and you feel safe, having arrived back at the entrance in one piece. What the fuck? Rosalina, are you okay? Clearly she's not okay, idiot. Shut up, Becca. It was your idea to go down there in the first place. This is your fault. Shit. Why did this happen? Okay, the knocking stopped at least. All of you stay exactly where you are. I'm going to make some calls. This really hurts. Stella and Kanika popped their heads through the mine entrance. Tabitha just stormed out of there. Are you? Oh my God. Rosalina, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of here, okay? Stella already called an ambulance. But that means cops are gonna come. They're gonna know I was drinking. They're gonna know we went in there to drink, right? Becca, that doesn't matter. If my dad finds out, he'll kill me. He can't know. In a panic, Becca runs for the entrance and pushes her way through. Don't worry about her, Rosalina. She's being an asshole. One of us should wait by the gate to make sure they can find us up here. I should check in with Tabby, see if she needs help. We're gonna get you help. Everything's gonna be okay. Alright, I'll go down to the gate. Rosalina, I'm so sorry. I'll be back soon. We're gonna get you out of here, and you're gonna be just fine, okay? Ravenrook and Alexis will keep you safe until then. Am I gonna die? No, I mean, your leg is a little fucked up there, but I don't think you're gonna die unless you die of blood loss, but probably not. Rosalina, don't say things like that. I feel like it's kind of a dick move to be mystical, but here we go. Death is a natural part of life, Rosalina, but you're not dead yet. How did that comfort you? Sometimes I don't understand the responses to, like, I don't get what tone they're going for, because it's not quite coming across the way I'm imagining that line being spoken or being conveyed. Rosalina's breath comes in quick, irregular bursts. If I don't make it, tell my dad I'm sorry. I'm the one who has something to be sorry about. This is all me and Becca's fault. We never should have gone down there. It's not your fault. I went down there because I wanted to. Rosalina pauses, catching her breath. Thank you, Ravenrook. I'm glad everyone else made it out okay. Couldn't have done it without your help. You should stop hanging out with Becca. And that's why you shouldn't drink underage, kids. Yes, let's make it all about underage drinking. Yeah, let's go with the kind route. Alexis is right. You are very mature for your age. Worrying about others at a time like that, you're more brave than a lot of adults I know. It's true, Rosalina. You're really brave. Braver than I am, and smarter. If I hadn't stuck with Becca, maybe... I don't know. Maybe it would have been different. It's just not fair that this happened to you. You're the nicest person I know, Rosalina. Still awake, just hurts like hell. Sorry, I shouldn't be pushing you to talk. I'll just hold your hand until they come with help, okay? Alexis grasped Rosalina's hand. Tears streaked down both of their cheeks. I'm not saying your name. My Alexa is responding. Tears streaked down both of their cheeks as you sit in silence together, waiting for the long, anxious moments to pass before help arrives. Some of my men are on the way with rock lifts. We'll get you out of there soon. It's gonna be okay, Rosalina. Everything's gonna be just fine. They're over here, Earl. Jesus H. Christ, you weren't kidding about the emergency. It'll still be a bit for the ambulance. The nearest depot is over in Brevard, so it'll be at least another half hour. You heard the man. You have half an hour to get her out of there. Move it. Rosalina, sweetie, I'm here. Dad, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't have to be sorry. It's okay. We're all here. You can hang on, Rosalina. I know you can. Tabitha's men quickly get to work and manage to pull Rosalina out from the rubble, just as the ambulance arrives. Yeah, that did not happen last time. That was quite a shock to me. Sir, I'm afraid there's no space in the back. What do you mean? I can't ride with her? You're better off driving behind us. We're headed to Brevard, so it's quite a ways. Is she gonna be okay? She's gonna make it, right? Please, God. Yes, sir, I promise you. We're gonna do everything we can to keep her stable. Her vitals are looking good. Rosalina, my poor baby. I'll be there as fast as I can, okay? I promise you won't be alone. I love you, Dad. The paramedics load Rosalina into the back of the ambulance and drive off. Oscar approaches you off to the side as the police talk to Tabitha and her men. What the hell happened in there? At least nobody died. No, no, this would be the worst possible time to use my mystical nature. He doesn't want to hear some bullshit. Just teens being teens. Goddamn after-school specials, what happened? Let's see. Yeah, Oscar, I'm so sorry. It's okay, it's okay. At least nobody died. What happened, though? It was just a horrible accident. Nobody could have known this would happen. I mean, sure, but those kids maybe shouldn't have been in an abandoned coal mine. No, this was no teenager's fault. It's a parent's job to make sure their kids don't deliberately put themselves in these situations. Well, at least he recognizes that instead of just blaming the teenager for the behavior. Rosalina was mad at me, and instead of fixing that thing that was driving her away, I just ignored it. This is my fault. Oscar, I'm the parent here. I'm sure she thinks I'm making things up about her house being haunted, but I've seen things that I can't explain, and it's only gotten worse over time. She told us about it down in the mine. For what it's worth, I believe you. No comment, but after tonight, I don't know. Once you're back from the hospital, we can check it out for you. Thanks, Stella. That means a lot. I've got to go. Mr. Gutierrez, is it okay if I come too? I want to be there for her. Of course, Alexis. It'll be good for her to see a friendly face. Oh, what a good friend. The two of them head over to Oscar's car and drive off. I can't believe you left us down there. Ditchlings, your vision. Yeah, let's talk about my vision. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. The Scarlets caused the old collapse. Charles Shaw was set up. No way, dude. Dude was a monster. I mean, the Scarlets were monsters too. They still are. What am I saying? I don't believe in visions. Whatever you saw was probably just auto-suggestion. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Ravenrook and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had seizures doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion. I saw something down there, like the shadows of dead miners. They were right behind you, right before you left, and they followed us when we went after Becca and Alexis. Did you not see them? Whoa, I didn't see anything other than the two of you in that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark abandoned coal mine. You might have just been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Stella. Everything that happened down there centered around the main chamber, where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today, but this thing felt old. But what happens now? What happens now? We go home. Now hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss? In private? Okay, fine, just make it quick. And don't you dare try to pull anything on him. He did nothing wrong here. Oh, thanks for having our back, Tabby. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too. Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all. I'm Sheriff Hugby, and this is Deputy Derrickson, but you can call me Earl. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Welcome to Scarlet Hollow. Hope this little accident hasn't colored your perception of the place. Lovely place to live, if you ask me. Lovely indeed. Now, Sheriff Hugby, don't you think it's a mite odd that these teens found themselves in an old abandoned mine on this very property Ravenrook's family happens to own? And don't you think it's even a mite bit odder that Ravenrook happened to be in there with them at the time of said collapse? I'd be lying if I said it weren't peculiar, though. I'm sure you're an upright citizen, Ravenrook, and all this is surely an unfortunate circumstance, or coincidence. Still, a good cop should ask themselves these questions. This town is haunted, you're out of your depths here. Well, yeah. Are you asking me this? Is the mine collapse? I keep pressing the right click button. We saw some teens sneak into an abandoned mine, so we went after them. We were just trying to do the right thing. Of course. Very noble of you. Pardon our questions, just trying to gather all the facts, you see. You mean all the speculations? Just being thorough, our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, I suppose we'll let you go on about your evening, but we may be in touch. Have a good one. Okay, dicks. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The two officers wander back toward the mine, Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. And that's a rock, and that's a rock, and that's a rock. Okay, we're done. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika. I just can't believe it. I left them behind in there to get help. Is it my fault, Neeks? Stella, no. You did your best. It's not your fault. Oh, hey, guess the cops are done with you. What? Are they going to take you in for being present at an accident? Sorry if they gave you a hard time. Small town cops, you know. Always blame everything on drifters, even acts of God, I guess. Excellent. You didn't get arrested. Now come on. Tabby keeping it real. Let's get back to the estate. I'd like to get some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that happened tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Ravenrook? Excuse me, Just stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. See you tomorrow, guys! I'll text you when we're back. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Poor Rosalina. Poor Oscar. He should have kept tighter reins on that girl. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearl Ann to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. What am I telling you this for? Whoa, are we bonding? You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you. Yeah. And about Pearl Ann, for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. Oh, nice. You remain silent. I've got to focus on the road. Sorry about today. Tabitha doesn't answer. Fine, maybe I'm not sorry. Yeah, drop it. Tabitha's eyes remain fixated on the road. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? It was a different time in my life. I just wish you'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. Yeah, that's all I really want to know. Right in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha slink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day is a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was unexpected. You should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs, her posture defeated. Yeah, I guess given no other option, we'll turn in. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all, these are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again, too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. WTF, these things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by the creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face twisted with pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks, trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future would hold. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Just the cat. It's always just the cat. That seems like a Silent Hill Run 1 reference, and I'm not mad about it. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. And here we go. That's the end of episode 2. Man, that got real intense at the end. Again, just really enjoying the second playthrough. The traits, I was skeptical that they actually made a difference. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, obviously no. But they offer a little bit of flavor. I think enough flavor, at least to justify multiple playthroughs. I mean, like, next time I want to try the talk to animals trait, so I can see what the fuck is up with Tabitha's cat and why she's so, like, grouchy. And also talk to some of the other animals. Like, I'd love to talk to Gretchen, obviously. And obviously not have her die again. Ooh, I got Anakin Skywalker achievement. What is that for? I'll have to research what that one's for. Oh, okay. They updated. I don't think they had a time frame last time of when episode 3 would be coming out, so it's good I did a second playthrough, because now I know it's coming out mid to late February. But for anyone who sees this video either real time or later on, episode 1 is free on Steam. This is a great game. Definitely give it a try. I've got my first playthrough on YouTube. I've also done a review of what's come out so far. Can't say enough positive things about this game. It's wonderful. Very fun experience, so definitely give it a try. We'll be sure to update you once we have a firmer release date. If you'd like to continue with this World State in episode 3, please save your game now. Okay. And we'll just do one more for good measure. All right. Nice. Okay, and with that, I will, sign off. So, here we go.